Have you ever stopped to think about how promises can be a refuge in the storms of life? Often, we encounter challenging situations that make us question our faith and the security we find in divine promises. However, it is precisely in these moments that we need to remember the strength that comes from trusting in something greater. The promises we receive are like anchors that keep us steady, even when the waves of life try to knock us down. They remind us that we are not alone and that there is an unwavering love that upholds us. In Hebrews, we are invited to hold fast the confession of our hope, for he who promised is faithful. This is a truth we must carry in our hearts. The faithfulness of those who love us is unconditional. Today, I invite you to open yourself to this special moment where we can connect with that love that never fails. Let us together seek strength and renewal, giving thanks for the promises that surround us and asking for help to remain steadfast, even in difficulties. It is time to unite in prayer, placing our trust in the promises that have been made to us. May we feel that security and peace that only He can provide. In the midst of daily struggles, it is common to feel overwhelmed. Worries may increase and anxiety can invade us. Often, we find ourselves in situations that make us question our strength and our faith. It is in these moments that trust in divine promises reveals itself as a safe harbor. When we face difficulties such as losing a job or misunderstandings in relationships, it is essential to seek that support which comes from eternal love. A simple yet powerful example is the comfort we find in moments of prayer. When we turn to what we believe, we feel relief. Taking the time to talk with the one who loves us helps us renew our strength. It is a moment when we can express our anguish and fears, and in doing so, we find peace. The assurance that we are not alone gives us the courage we need to face the challenges that arise. Moreover, as we reflect on the promises made to us, we can see how they manifest in our lives. Remembering that there is a greater purpose gives us hope. Even in the darkest hours, we can find the light that guides us. Faith allows us to look beyond circumstances and believe that there is a path of restoration and renewal. This trust is a foundation that keeps us steady, even when everything around us seems uncertain. Therefore, as we face the storms of life, may we remember that there is a love that sustains us. May each prayer be a reminder that promises never fail, and that even in difficulties, we can stand tall, firm, and confident in what has been promised to us. In moments of uncertainty, it is essential to remember the promises that surround us, as they provide a solid foundation amidst the storms. A passage that speaks to the importance of maintaining hope is found in the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 23. In it, we are urged to hold fast the confession of our hope, for he who promised is faithful. This statement reminds us that our faith is not in vain, but rests on the assurance that the one who makes promises is true and constant. When we face challenges, there is an implicit invitation in this passage. We are called to stand firm. This does not mean that we will not feel fear or insecurity, but that even so, we can choose to trust. It is a reminder that even when difficulties seem insurmountable, the promise of support and love we receive is real. The act of holding on to this hope becomes a pillar that sustains us, allowing us to lift our heads and move forward. The firmness in our hearts is reflected in the way we face adversities. When we cling to the certainty that we are not alone, our perspective changes. The struggles may be intense, but the strength that comes from faith encourages us to keep going. It is as if we have an anchor in the midst of a turbulent sea, preventing us from being swept away by the waves. This anchoring in hope reminds us that life is full of cycles, and that after the storm, calm always follows. Thus, as we look to the promises that have been made to us, we can feel renewed. The purification we find in faith, as mentioned in the passage, frees us from the bonds that often hold us back. When we connect with this truth, we experience a transformation in our way of seeing circumstances. The freedom we receive makes us realize that even in the most difficult situations, there is a light that guides us and shows us a path of hope. Therefore, may this truth resonate in our hearts and drive us to remain steadfast. May we choose daily to trust in the promises that have been made to us, knowing that as long as we maintain our faith, we will always have a safe harbor. The certainty of the love that surrounds us and the promises that do not fail Provide us with the strength needed to move forward, regardless of the storms that may arise in our path. Lord, at this moment, I come to you with an open heart, recognizing your faithfulness that never fails. I thank you for every promise you have made and for every moment I felt your presence by my side. Even when the storm seems strong, I know I can count on you. I am grateful for the times you upheld me when my spirit faltered and doubt tried to take over. Your love is a safe refuge, and for that, I rejoice. I confess that at times, I have let insecurity take hold of me. Instead of clinging to your promises, I sometimes allowed fear and uncertainty to lead me astray. I ask for forgiveness for that and cry out for you to help strengthen my faith. May I always remember that, even in the most challenging situations, there is a purpose revealed in you. Help me to trust in every word you have left me, to believe that they are true and that they sustain me. In this moment, I come to ask for strength. Help me to remain steadfast, even when difficulties seem unbearable. When the storms of life come, may I look to you and find the courage needed to face each challenge. May I never forget that I am supported by your love and that I am not alone. Fill my heart with hope so that I can look to the future with confidence, knowing that you are always with me. I also want to ask for those around me. Lord, touch the life of each one who feels lost or discouraged. May they find in you the security they seek, and may we support each other in your promises. May our faith become a living testimony of your love, a beacon of hope in difficult times. May we remember that by standing firm, we are witnesses to your greatness. I thank you, Lord, for each day that you offer me, for every challenge that helps me grow and draws me closer to you. May I live in gratitude, recognizing that even difficulties have a purpose. Help me to never lose sight of what is important, to keep my focus on you, and to remember that the promises you made are the anchor that keeps me steady. For all of this, Lord, I place my trust in you, knowing that your faithfulness is greater than any storm. May my life reflect the certainty that your promises never fail, and that, with faith, I can face whatever comes my way. May I always be an instrument of your love and peace, bringing hope to those who cross my path. Have you ever felt alone in the midst of a storm? Those moments when doubt and fear seem to want to take over your heart? It's normal to go through this, and maybe you are facing a challenge right now. Ask yourself, how can I find strength when everything around me seems uncertain? The answer lies in the certainty that we are not alone. There are promises that surround us and offer us a safe shelter. Remember the times when you felt discouraged. What helped you find new encouragement? It may have been a kind word, a sincere prayer, or even the reminder that there is a greater purpose in everything. These experiences show us that faith can be a pillar of support, a reminder that there is hope even in the most difficult times. As you reflect on this, allow yourself to feel the peace that comes from the certainty that you are loved and supported. Trust that, even in adversity, there is always a light that guides us. Your faith can be the anchor that keeps you steady, even in life's storms. May this reflection inspire you to keep believing and to find strength in the certainty that promises are always fulfilled. When we think about the promises we receive, we can imagine a sturdy tree, its roots firmly planted in the ground, even when the strongest winds blow. This image invites us to reflect. What does it mean for us to trust in something greater, especially in the most challenging moments? Each of us faces storms in different forms, whether in health, relationships, or our professional lives. How can we anchor ourselves in the certainty that we are protected? Life often resembles a turbulent sea, where the waves can make us feel small and vulnerable. In those moments, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But just like a sailor who navigates by the stars, we can find our direction by remembering the promises that have been made to us. These promises illuminate our path and encourage us to move forward, even when visibility is low. In addition to challenges, we also experience moments of celebration and gratitude. How have you recognized the blessings in your life? Celebrating small victories and giving thanks for fulfilled promises strengthens us and reminds us that the love surrounding us is constant. As we look at what we have already achieved, we find the courage to move forward. We can ask ourselves, how can I use these experiences to support others around me? Integrate these reflections into your daily life. How about taking a moment to write down the promises you believe in? As you do this, Visualize each one as an anchor that keeps you steady in the midst of the storm. When doubt arises, reread your notes and allow the certainty that you are not alone to renew your strength. Each step toward trust is a step toward the freedom we find in connecting with this unwavering love. May we live with open hearts, ready to receive and share this hope with those around us. Now let's strengthen our faith with some affirmations that can guide and empower us during challenging times. As you repeat these words, let them resonate in your heart and mind, reminding you of the love and promises that surround us. I am steadfast in the promises that sustain me. Each day I trust that I am not alone and that an unwavering love supports me. In the face of difficulties, I choose hope and faith, knowing that the storms do not define me. I am strong and capable, for I have a greater purpose guiding me. As I face challenges, I hold on to the certainty that each promise will be fulfilled in my life. The love that surrounds me is the anchor that keeps me steady, and I rejoice in knowing I can rely on this constant support. Today, I reaffirm that I am worthy of freedom and peace, and that the strength that comes from faith propels me forward, even when the path seems uncertain. May these statements reflect my confidence and resilience. As we approach the end of this time together, I want you to carry with you the assurance that promises always remain strong, even in life's storms. Remember that every word of love and support we receive is a reminder that we are not alone. In every challenge, there is an opportunity to grow in faith and trust, always anchored in the hope that is offered to us. Pure courage and determination to stand firm can illuminate not only your life, but also the lives of many around you. I hope you feel strengthened and encouraged to move forward, regardless of the difficulties you may face. May you find peace in every step taken, remembering that the strength that comes from faith is a precious gift. May the light of love that surrounds us continue to guide you in every decision, bringing clarity and comfort, even when the road seems uncertain. Before we say goodbye, I invite you to reflect on one question. What will you do today to stand firm in the promises that support you? As you answer this question, allow your heart to fill with hope and determination. Finally, may God's blessing be upon you. May each day be a new opportunity to trust and rejoice in the promises that bring security and renewal. If you felt that this moment was special, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This way, you can join us for more moments of reflection and prayer. Until next time, and may God bless you always.